Have you heard about CRM? Hi, y'all. Thanks so much for joining me. In less than 15 minutes, I'll be sharing with you what CRMs are and also give you a little bit about the benefits and then share about 3 that you can go and check out for yourself for your business. Please like and share this video if you get value from it. We're going live today on Instagram and on YouTube. I'm Dr. Priscilla Kuser. I'm a strategic business coach, and I've been a school psychologist for about 10 years in K-12 schools. I am also a part-time faculty for a master's psychology program, taught more than 10 online courses, and served on professional organization committees, right? And in those previous roles, I can safely say this: never really heard about CRMs. Really didn't. And when I made that first transition into having my own business, to be honest, because I never heard about CRMs, there weren't things that I actually looked into from the get-go. I didn't, because being honest, I really wasn't sure what a CRM was when I first started my business. And I didn't even know what the C, the R, or the M even stood for, or why I should even be considering knowing more about CRMs, right? So for me, I really didn't think it was necessary. But then as I continued to develop my business, this funny thing happened, right? I started looking at different parts within my business, especially that sales part. You know, we all go there looking at the sales part and what we're doing and how we can improve it. That's what we do because we're small business owners and sales give us that revenue. So we're looking at that whole process, right? You're getting out there and you're interacting with people. And I'm not sure what you're using for your sales, but you could be looking at some ads. You could be looking at running posts. Maybe you're even doing referral marketing, attraction marketing. I'm not quite sure what you're using for your sales to generate those sales, but the point is you're using something. And for me, what I realized was I wanted to really have a way of tracking how a person goes from being a lead to being a customer, and even knowing like how long it takes before they go from being a lead to being a customer. You talk to some salespeople and they might tell you, hey, you get that person on the phone and in one phone call, you could flip them over. But if you caught my video that I did a few weeks back on how long do you keep things in your shopping cart, you know that there's some people that you encounter that first time you talk to them, they don't necessarily want to make that step for whatever reason. They kind of put it in their shopping cart, right? They might go back to it, then they still don't make that purchase. Sometimes it might stay in the shopping cart for a week. Sometimes it might even stay for 3 months. People act at different rates because they have to be ready to make that purchase, right? So knowing that and knowing that shopping cart, and if you get a chance, you can check out that video because it does talk about the fact that customers are different. They are. So just being able to track that person within that process was something that started to intrigue me. Like, okay, how long does somebody stay in this process? What is the path that they take when they're going through that process? Yo, Lorenzo, thank you so much for joining me and just talking about CRMs and how you can integrate them into your business. Because it becomes a lot. It becomes a lot when you are having to track all the customers or potential customers. And even if you're doing referral marketing, how exactly are you tracking who you're interacting with, and how are your referral partners even knowing what information to be sending over? How are you tracking those number of referrals? So the point is, I'm getting that there needs to be a way for you to track what's really happening in your business. And I'm just talking about the sales part, right? That's what really got me started in trying to figure out how can I do this. So I wanted to know, how can I figure out what somebody did when I spoke to them in January, and then the actions that they took that probably led up to them purchasing something in, let's say, August or maybe even sooner. So I was like, is it really possible to even track that? So I figured that, in order for me to be able to do that, I needed a tracking system because I wanted to track how people go from being a lead to being a customer, right? So you definitely need a tracking system. So I figured, because I know Excel and you can do so much within Excel, all the conditions, all the formatting, all the formulas. I'm like, yes, Excel, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to pull up my Microsoft Excel and, because it can handle such a large amount of data, multiple sheets within, one file. So I'm like, hey, I'll be able to track all those people, right? Then I got stuck on really how to set up my Excel spreadsheets. I knew I wanted to be able to track how a person goes from that being interested, being a lead thing, to actually making a purchase and maybe even repeat purchases. But I really wasn't sure how to set this up. So what information was I going to be collecting anyways? So if I'm looking at their name, is it their first name, their last name, their email address, their telephone number, is it their addresses? It's like, what exactly am I going to be tracking? Because what do I hope to do with this data? And then, am I really sitting down and putting in all this information by hand? Or is there a way that this is going to be coming into Excel automatically? And then what really, back again to this question, what really would I be tracking in Excel? Am I looking at setting up all these different formulas so that people could change colors? Because if you're familiar with Excel, you can set it up that the cells are white, and then they can change to green, they can stay white, they can go to whatever color you want them to, but you also need to become familiar with what each one of those colors mean, right? So I'm like, is that really the best way for me to be tracking what I am doing, and even tracking how people go from being interested to being a customer? It's like, really, what should I be inputting? And then how am I really going to know when to set those formulas? What is going to be the trigger for those formulas? So I really had all of these questions. So I'm like in the process of trying to figure this out. I was doing some research online, and that CRM thing came up again and again. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to look into what on earth is this CRM thing that I keep reading about. I really wanted to set up my Excel spreadsheet, but part of me was thinking this CRM thing has to be important because I keep seeing it come up when I'm looking for how to set up my spreadsheet. So I decided to sit and do some research on it, on this CRM thing. And let me tell you, if someone had asked me to guess what the C, the R, and the M stand for, I can tell you I would have been wrong, because I really had no clue about what it stood for. Then turns out CRM means customer relationship management. Really, that simple. So now I got this new information. CRM stands for customer relationship management. But that really still didn't help me with understanding what exactly was customer relationship management, what exactly that meant, and why the hell should I be even interested in learning about customer relationship management and even having that included into my business. So, I had to do a little bit more digging, because if you follow me, I like to do the research and do the learning. So I did some more digging on what exactly this whole CRM, customer relationship management thing meant. I had to, because I wanted to figure out, oh my gosh, what really does this all stand for? So ended up on a Salesforce website, and Salesforce described the customer relationship management as a system to help businesses manage their customer data. That's what it said it means. But listen to this though. With a CRM, according to Salesforce, Salesforce said that you can actually support your sales process, gain valuable insights, facilitate communication with your teams, and even integrate it with your social media. I was like, whoa, hold on. I don't think I could do all of that with Excel. I mean, maybe if you're really good with Zapier, you might know a way to integrate Excel to the social media. But for me, I was like, whoa, I don't know how to do that. So I really should pay attention to this whole CRM thing. But I was trying to figure out customer relationship management. Was that like an actual software? Was it a process? Was it a system? Because for me, I'm thinking it can go and be any of those three things, right? So ended up on Cradio's website, and they define CRM as a combination of business strategies, software, and processes that help build long-lasting relationship between customers and companies. So between companies and their customers is really how I should have said that, right? So you can use your CRM to track phone calls, to track emails, and even contact form information. I was like, whoa, hold on. This is some big stuff here. And more people need to be aware of what a CRM is. That's why I'm sharing it here with you. Because if you're sitting down and you're using a pad and you're sitting down tracking all these people when you're making phone calls, or you're going crazy with your planner, on Google, using that Google Calendar, or on Microsoft, on Outlook, using that calendar, you're trying to make sure you get everybody accounted for. Hey, I'm all about efficient operations. So maybe it's time for you to be looking at getting a CRM. And of course, like anything else, look at what you need in your business and really craft the experience that you want to have, and look to what can help you to reach the goals. Because remember, you got to have those goals for your business and focus on those goals. So knowing that you can do all of that with CRM, just 3 little letters, right? Critical information from these 3 little letters. And it really does depend on the system that you choose. But depending on whichever one you choose, you get to connect with cloud technology. So you're not just bound to your computer, right? You can be on the cloud. So that means whatever you're going to be putting on your computer, on the online version, if you can also have access to it on your cell phone, on your tablet, multiple computers, however you have your setup with your multiple offices. Point is, on cloud technology, you can go anywhere with it, right? So some other benefits of having a CRM, but it was still like, are we talking about technology or a system? Because that helps you again a better idea of what exactly it is. So the CRM can help business owners improve how you interact and build relationship with your customers. You can see where a person is using the CRM, see where a person is in your sales process without having to go reach for that pad to go, okay, well, these are the people I called over here. These are the people I emailed. These are the people I need to follow up with. And then going crazy with your red, yellow, green, blue highlighters, right? Just trying to keep track of everything on your piece of paper. So with the CRM, you get to track all that information in a system without going crazy. Of course, you also have to play a role in how you design your system and what information you want to be able to get from that system. But you can see how many times a person has made purchases and even how long they've been your customer. That's important information, because think about this. When you have access to that kind of data, it can help you with designing incentives that you can offer to your loyal customers. Heck, it helps you with differentiating your long-time customers from your one-time buyers. So you get that whole combination of data that you can use. Because data is great, but you still have to use it. And remember your goals for your organization. So whatever data you're looking to pull, remember to tie it back to your goals so that you can continue driving forward and reach your 3-year strategic plan, reach your 5-year strategic plan goals. So for some people, come to find out, some people might look at a CRM as a specific technology, might look at it as a particular strategy or a process. And the thing is, it's all of them, because your customers aren't just pieces of paper, right? They're not just laptop spreadsheets, Your customer is a real life person. So it really helps you with not just having a system a technology system where you can organize all that data, but it can also help you with refining the processes you currently have in your business for when you first make that outreach with a potential customer to when they become an actual customer, when they become a repeat customer, and maybe even offering incentives for when they bring in people or refer people. So it can really help you with refining your strategies and your processes, because you're building relationships with your customers. What is CRM? Customer Relationship Management. So it can really help you, and it can help you with understanding a person's purchasing behaviors too. So depending on the products and services you're selling, you can also start to pick up on people's behaviors. And then you can also look at running an automation with your emails to really integrate with their behaviors and be like, hey, these people at this time of year, these are the type of things they look for. So you're looking at really improving your systems. So just to recap, the benefits of your CRM include helping you with your sales, with your marketing, by the way, helping with recruiting team members and business development, because there's tons of information you can get from your CRM tool that you use, right? And like I mentioned, I wanted to share some resources that you can go and check out. I went on 3 different sites that offer the top 10 CRM tools for small business owners, and I found that 3 appeared on all those lists. And those 3 for you to go check out are HubSpot, Zoho, and Salesforce. It's up to you. I'm giving you those 3, but those 3 might not work for you. So remember, we have to do our research. Check out those 3 and also check out some others to make sure you are going to be connecting with the CRM technology that matches the processes that you currently have for your relationship management, for your customer relationship management. So remember to do your research. As business owners, we have to have good customer relationship management. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm Dr. Priscilla Kuser with Priscilla Kuser Consulting Solutions. Remember, solutions plus actions equals results. Bye, y'all.